everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is my review for Batwoman Season 3 Episode 7, the mid-season finale, Pick Your Poison. The description for the episode says, Ryan finds herself in the middle of a bad team stand-up between Luke and Mary, and Alice finds a new sidekick. Now, I wouldn't call Mary a sidekick, but first we had Ryan and Marcus meeting up only for Ryan to hand him over to Jada to freeze him. I really love that scene, the lighting, Ryan's best outfit yet, and Jada's entrance. That woman just commands so much power the moment she enters the room, and the music fit in so well. In return for Ryan's help, Jada agreed to make a cure for Mary, which Sophie was against, but surprisingly, she wasn't mad that Ryan didn't tell her about Marcus, but Luke was. The team realized Alice was missing, but they didn't know she wasn't been married, though neither did Mary. With the sundown, she was back to being herself and was horrified at her actions. I love Alice's line, "You're in luck, our new ride has a toilet." Alice wasn't done manipulating Mary, making her fear Ryan and Montoya would throw them in Arkham just so that Mary would take out the nanobots in Alice's blood. I mean, Alice was kinda right, the team did track the nanobots, but they couldn't find them because Alice spilled blood over several cars. While Ryan worried they were running out of time, Sophie told her Renee and the cops had authority to kill Mary. So now Renee is fine with extreme measures, but not when it's her girlfriend. This led to my least favorite scene when Ryan realized Sophie slept with Renee and we got forced drama. Just let Ryan more be happy. Ryan better be mad cause Renee's blackmailing her cause she had no right to be jealous. They're not even dating. Meanwhile, Jada and Marquis had a heart-to-heart moment as she was about to freeze him. That was so emotional, well shot, and well acted from both Nick and Robin. But I had a feeling Marcus was playing her, and then as she leaned in for a hug, he attacked her and ran out to find Ryan. Marcus already seemed like such a badass during his escape. Then he showed up at the office and had his John Wick or Adrian Chase moment, killing the security guard with a pen. Then he beat the shit out of Luke, which good for him cause I can't stand Luke either right now. Ryan tried to be understanding cause she did betray him, but Marcus just laughed in her face. He never gave a shit about her. It was all an act she only fell for cause she was desperate for a family that didn't want her. He revealed that he killed Jada's doctor, stuffed her in a freezer, and took Mary's antidote. In exchange for it, he wanted Ryan to sign winning a prices over to him. Of course she did it, but she should have knocked him out as he was leaving. When Ryan wished she would have gotten to know the real Marcus, he said if Joker was so bad, why was he the only one in Gotham having fun? Could that confirm my theory that he was always insane? Or the Joy Buster did nothing and Joker just left a huge impression on him like with Harley Quinn? Meanwhile, Mary and Alice stepped at a bar to find candidates for Alice's blood transfusion using Mary's new charm powers. I love that blood transfusion scene. Alice brought up her last blood transfusion with Nocturna when she left Mary to die. She only lived because of the lizard rose in her blood from when her mom died. It's so weird but emotional just how far they've come and how much they've gone through. Beth went insane thinking Jacob replaced her with Mary after marrying Catherine Hamilton, who she killed in the first mid-season finale. Now 2 mid-season finales later, they're working together, see each other as family, and they've only got each other left. I love their little diss at Kate. That woman definitely would have thrown them in Arkham just to cry about it to Bruce in her journal. If any superhero's a cop, it's Kate Kane. But Mary worried Ryan would do the same when she found him. Ryan tried to get her to take the antidote by showing how close they are cause they knew she'd need coffee and they tracked her last Jetter's purchase, but Mary's charm powers got Ryan to confirm that they'd lock her up if she didn't take it. Mary refused the antidote and we get this badass scene as she pulled vines out of the road to tie Ryan up. They've done such a good job with Mary's powers for CW, which makes me so excited to see Ivy. What I hate is that they keep making Ryan seem like the bad guy. Like last season, Ryan was completely right to treat Alice like shit. We might love her, but she killed Ryan's mom. It's like as much as I love Cindy Berman and Stargirl, she's the bitch who ruined Yolanda's life by sending those nudes. In the end, Ryan not only lost her company and her best friend, but also the Batcave. All they had was the suit, Batmobile, and the clinic, which won't be safe once Mary returns. The last 2 minutes, she finally showed off her Poison Mary outfit to Alice while showing interest in Marcus, who was introducing himself as Wayne's CEO with his new Joker look. This was such a good, satisfying mid-season finale. It just flew by and had me hooked all along. On first watch, it seemed like a perfect episode, but on rewatch, I will say it had some noticeable flaws. Some of the dialogue wasn't the best or too on the nose, and some characters' decisions were questionable. I hated that love triangle drama. They're adults, please write them like adults, don't turn into the Flash. But considering these were first-time writers, they did such a good job. This first half of the season was so good, the best Batwoman's ever been. This episode reminded me of Year's End on Arrow, where Ollie ended the year totally beaten by the Dark Archer. Both Mary and Marcus' story were done so well. I love their scenes with Ryan, Alice, and Jada, and I love seeing them break and finally embracing their dark side. Nick Cregan's done an amazing job this season. Like Ryan and Jada, Marcus instantly became one of my favorites. I love the new Joker look with the purple braids, and his outfit in the promo reminds me of Emperor Joker, but I'm not sure about calling him the next Joker. Make him the Joker to Ryan's Batman, but can't he be her first true original villain? We kinda got Grace, but she disappeared, and other than Angelique, we haven't had an OC that's tied to Ryan's story. Mary could also get an original name once Pamela comes back. I wonder if she'll get involved in the business drama once she teams up with Marcus, cause doesn't Mary still have Hamilton dynamics? Also, she definitely wasn't wearing the suit from the poster at the end. The poster corset wasn't that basic, and those shorts look like cosplay, which I guess it technically is, but they already filmed more episodes by the time the poster released, and based on Nicole's TikTok, she'll be getting the poster suit later on. I thought it was reaching, but I'm glad others on Twitter agreed that Ivy's buried under the tree in the Batcave, and that's why Alice asked about it. The fashion's definitely improved, but so has the cinematography. Look at the scenes in Jada's lab. Batwoman's always felt a bit more cinematic, so I'ma assume the COVID restrictions held them back last season, but they still gotta get rid of that ugly gray filter. Finally, our dear Carolina Seca confirmed the CW reduced this season to 13 episodes, which, let's be honest, was the best thing to ever happen to the show. I love seeing these characters, but there were so many points last season that just dragged on, while this season season flew by so nicely and everything's interesting unlike the last two. Looking back, it's pretty obvious they were cut down. If they'd had 20 episodes, they would have had more time to introduce Jada and get Ryan enough success to meet her. I think that's why they made her acting CEO, but this is what they would have done for Jordan's work with the community center at the 30 under 30 event. I'm not complaining because I like what they went with and I'm loving the business drama, especially now that it's mixed with the comic book shit, even if it doesn't make sense. Like, there's no way Ryan and Marcus's contract would have been liable on their contract law in real life. Even if somehow Ryan could have handed over the company without the investors or board of directors getting a say, it wouldn't be liable because it was signed under duress. Maybe they'll bring that up later and get the company back, but as we know, the Arrowverse doesn't understand how the law works. It's why you gotta have suspension of disbelief with these things. But Caroline's comments make me worried about the show getting renewed because CW suddenly seems to care about the ratings with the HBO Max deal, unlike the Netflix one, because they canceled Katie Keene. Since this season was reduced and CW is considering that Gotham Knights show, I'm worried Batwoman might also get cancelled. I at least want a fourth and final season. Well, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for similar content. Leave your thoughts on the video or episode in the comments below. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Goodbye.